life into something that you can never own.
Hello, Cancer. So here's your reading for the week of about the 21st through, I think, the 28th of January. These are general. Take what works, and what doesn't work just doesn't work. But let's see what the cards have to say to you. I need 3 cards for my Cancers, please. 3 cards for my Cancers. And one more, please. One more card for my Cancers. Okay. What is challenging my Cancers? Oh, which one? You know what? I think it's this one because that one came closer to me. That's how I do this. And what is your recommendations for my Cancers? What is the recommendations for my Cancers? Okay. So in your recent past position, you have the Tower. In your current energy, you have the Four of Pentacles. In your near future, you have the Wheel of Fortune. What your challenge position is for the week is the King of Wands reversed, and what is recommended for you is the Empress. Now, some of you are coming off of this Tower moment. Something has shifted up. Something has come to light. A structure that was built very solid has started to crumble or is in the process of crumbling. The Tower, this structure was never really built to last. So what happens is something happens and it almost like shows the cracks in the foundation, and then the foundation starts to crumble. It just kind of brings it down so something better can be built going forward. But I think because of this Tower moment, in your current energy, you're having this like, you're holding on to something. This could have been this Tower that you're holding on to, because sometimes when these Tower moments happen, we're not really ready to make the changes. We're not really ready to let go of this situation, or they can leave us feeling unstable, unsecure. So we can tend to hold on to something, whatever this is. This could be whatever the Tower moment was for you, or now you're feeling like your finances or your material possessions or other situations, your tangible aspects of life, you're worried that you're going to lose them. So you're really holding on to something, and you're really, really just, I don't want to say but not being flexible, but I tend to think this Four of Pentacles happens out of fear a little bit, out of concern that you're not going to have enough, or how is the future going to be? So you're really holding tightly onto something. But in the near future, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which says everything is in a cycle. Sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days, and then you have good days and bad days again. It's constantly a cycle. So I think you're having some luck coming into you. And sometimes the Wheel of Fortune can also indicate something you're destined for. So whatever this Tower moment was for you, it might not have been your destiny. You might be destined for something else. So in the future, I think there's something better coming in for you. But the King of Wands in reverse, for your challenging position, he could indicate that you might be in a leadership role that you're not really equipped to be in, or there might be some aspect that you're leading, but you're not really an effective leader in a sense, or you're not giving the people that are around you or working with you, you're not really giving them credit where credit is due. There's some type of blockage or unrealistic goals that you're trying to set for yourself or for others, and it's not materializing. See, the King of Wands, I really kind of think it's more or less you're setting potentially for others, because he is a king that leads. Like, he's very active, he leads others. So this could be something that you may be placing on other people, and they're not meeting your expectations, and they might not really be equipped to meet the expectations, but you need to review what is your expectations. And then the Empress, this is what's recommended for you, and this is all about living in your abundance, kind of just feeling nurturing, being that nurturing energy. So this could be even indicating that maybe you need to be nurturing something, you need to be growing something, maybe there's something that you want to pursue, that now is a good time to kind of grow. And she also, every time I get her, a lot of times I was going through major stress. I was having major tower moments, and I didn't know how things were going to end. I didn't know how things were going to transpire because at the moment I couldn't see the bigger picture, and things were happening in that moment. And I kept getting the Empress during that time, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, why am I getting this Empress, But when looking back, everything wound up being okay. I was taken care of. So, and it was fine, and it was a really good period for me. But initially, I couldn't see that because I didn't know. There was things up in the air. But she could be here saying that you're going to be okay. There's things that you may not be able to see right now, but you're going to be okay. There's things coming in that will either take care of you, or you need to kind of put your energy into nurturing something different. So that's kind of what I get for her. But let's see what else, what other cards we get for you guys. You got these two. Let's take these two. It says, know your worth, skunk spirit, and lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Okay, and then Shungite, detox your life. Okay, you know what? I'll take all three of these. We'll see what they say. Passion, insane chemistry, like each other, equally having fun. Boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure, issues. Snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Okay, and let me get one more. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let me smoosh it all together now. Know your worth, skunk spirit. I definitely think this is important. I feel like the tower moment could make you feel like it could be making you feel down about something, because obviously when the tower happens, sometimes we've built this tower and it just wasn't built to last, and it could make you feel like, oh, you did something wrong or whatever, but it just wasn't meant for you. So you just need to you need to know your worth, because I feel like with this Four of Pentacles and this King of Wands energy, I feel like it could help with that situation. Like it could kind of help bring a better perspective. You just need to kind of take stock in the good things you're capable of doing, or the good things about you, and kind of know that going forward, you're either not going to make the same mistakes, or you're going to make different mistakes. That's how it is. Life is just one mistake after another, but you're going to be able to kind of rebuild, and you're going to rebuild much stronger than what was built prior. So that's great advice. Now, lizard spirit, dream the world into being. And I think this is saying just really going with the Empress energy, and even the Wheel of Fortune, kind of about your destiny. I think there's something that you need to have a clear image or dream of what you want in your life, and you need to work on achieving that. So maybe this tower moment happened because you thought you wanted something and now it really wasn't what you wanted, or maybe it was because somebody else wanted something a certain kind of way and you went along with it, and now you're realizing that it was never meant for you to begin with. So I think you need to kind of be aware of what you want in life and figure out how to get that. So Shungite, detox your life. And I think this is important for everybody. If there's things that are just not working for you, you just need to not put energy into those. I'm actually doing that right now. Certain situations never worked for me. They will never work for me. And I'm just kind of going into a whole realm of if it didn't work by now, it's just never going to work. And why continue to put energy into something that doesn't deserve my energy or my time? So I think this is, and it's not you being mean, it's just sometimes people or situations just don't gel, and that's fine. And honestly, you could take that as a learning lesson, and by knowing your worth, you know what you're going to put up with and what's acceptable to you and what's not acceptable. And this really might be kind of whatever this tower moment was for you, it could be you need to kind of detox the residue from that, Okay, passion. Insane chemistry, like each other, equally having fun. And I feel like this could be with the Empress energy and the Wheel of Fortune, you might meet somebody, or you might start getting involved in something that you really enjoy, and it could really shift you out of this. And I even feel like the Know Your Worth is going with this Four of Pentacles, because he's like so worried that he's going to lose something. He's not really realizing that, you know, he's going to be fine. If he loses something, he could get it back again. So that was a side note. But there might be something that's coming in for you that you're really going to enjoy. And that could be really going with this Wheel of Fortune energy with this passion. Boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure, issues. Now, I really feel like the boat is kind of moving on from the Tower moment and embracing this Empress energy of like feeling you have abundance and just nurturing something in your life and just kind of moving forward with it. The Snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So some of you could be dealing in a situation where there was somebody else involved. There could be somebody kind of who had caused you this Tower moment. But I think sometimes with clever here, I think sometimes when we go through these Tower moments, we need to kind of be a little bit sharper going forward, especially because the King of Wands here is in reverse. Because when he's in reverse, he's not the most effective that he can be as king. So he's not the best leader. He's not really, he could be overworking himself. He could be having high expectations on himself and other people. And he's just not really effective. So I think that you need to watch this. You need to kind of be a little bit clever. That's what I'm feeling here. And express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So to me, this is saying there might be something, like, because even with the Empress, there might be something that you kind of really enjoy, and you need to really pour your energy into that. I think that'll help shift you out of this Tower moment, is by just kind of knowing what your hopes, dreams, and wishes are, and just kind of focusing on some positive aspects in your life, and it'll help you shift your fortunes to being more of a positive, into a positive realm. Okay, Cancers, let's see what quotes we have for you. I need one quote for my Cancers, please. One quote. Okay, so we got these two. If you are not the hero of your own story, then you're missing the whole point. And a diamond is merely a lump of coal that did well under pressure. And I really feel like that's going with this whole, this diamond under pressure lump of coal thing is definitely with this Tower moment. I think like you had the Tower moment, so you've been under some kind of pressure, and it's just going to create you into like this diamond going forward. And if you are not the hero of your own story, then you're missing the whole point. And I think sometimes like we have to save ourselves in a sense. And I feel like that's going with the Know Your Worth energy. Because sometimes like we just need to stand up for ourselves, and we need to make the changes even if they're difficult. Because with the Four of Pentacles, you're holding on to something. And whatever you're holding on to might not be the best for you. So you need to start standing up for yourself and figuring out the best option moving forward to either get out of this situation, or to kind of somehow figure out a better path ahead. Okay. So, and you have the folded one, which is the Spirit of the Taco for you in this upcoming week. And okay, so what is recommended a dinner in the movie wise is romantic movies and Italian food. And you have the energy of Taurus here, which is very stable energy. They're very, it's like long-term energy in a sense. They're very, I don't want to say structured, but they're kind of more in it for the long haul. It's also energy about love, money, and powers of attraction. And then you have Virgo, which is all about communication and thought processes, but they're very organized. They're very, they do their research. They kind of analyze things when they need to. And this little devil guy here is Mercury, and it's all about your communications and thought processes as well. So there could have been something that you either need to communicate, or you need to change the way you're thinking yourself. And then you have Uranus here, which is about independence and eccentricity. You have the 9th house, which represents higher education, growth, expansion, religion, and philosophy. And then you have the 11th house, which represents originality, humanitarianism, connections and creative ideas. Okay, so then we have UXLWAB70. And you have inspire. And let's see what little charmy guy we got for you. Okay, so you have the fish. So this fish has been picked clean. So it's just the bones. So this is saying that, like, I guess this fish had his tower moment because he was like once a fish and he had like fish skin and meat. But now he's picked clean. But even though he had his tower moment and everything has crumbled on him, he still has his structure still intact. So even though things might come down fully to the foundation, you still have your inner structure in a sense. So you can rebuild. So maybe they'll come down to the foundation, but maybe the foundation was okay, or something, the land underneath the foundation was okay, and now you can just rebuild or rebuild somewhere else. So there's something you have with yourself that is worth kind of building upon again, and you can build it stronger next time. So, and sometimes we need to kind of like be stripped from everything, I should say, and to really see kind of like what we have and just try to renew, but newer and better. Because sometimes this moment, it's very tricky during it, but when you go forward, you realize that I've had these terror moments more than once in my life, unfortunately, and I'm sure I'm not out of the woods yet. But it kind of like, you really learn about yourself, you know, you learn about what you're made of, and you get stronger next time, and you really realize certain boundaries that you're not going to be willing to accept anymore. So I think this is going to wind up being better for you in the long run, even though it seems a little dramatic at the moment. Okay, Cancers, think of your question and let us ask. Oh, mystical, magical 8-ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world, what is the answer to Cancer's question? It says, yes, definitely. There you guys go. The 8-ball has spoken. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.